Welcome to our series. This video will expose you to a very important concept, which is zero product property. Let's explore and enjoy this journey. I am Anil Kumar. Welcome to my YouTube channel and the website Global Math Institute. In this video, we will understand some basics about solving quadratic equations. It is especially meant for students who are learning how to solve a quadratic equation. Many of my students in grade 8 and grade 9 will definitely benefit from this particular video. Well, any one of you who wants to learn from me, feel free to send an email on globalmathinstitute@gmail.com. We focus on your specific requirements and deliver to the best of our capabilities. Most of my students and our students are there on the success path, getting admission to the best universities. Simple objectives. Achievable goals is what we provide. In this video, the question here is clearly mentioning use the zero product property to solve given variable. Now this zero product property is the basic of solving any equation for that matter. So let us try to explore and see what could be the solution of these quadratic equations. We do have higher order also here, maybe cubic. But anyway, we'll now understand how do we solve an equation. Solving equation really means equate it to zero and find the solution. And zeros represent x-intercepts when you graph these functions or these relations on a coordinate plane, 2D xy coordinate plane. So let's begin with the very first set of questions. I'll take two together. Zero principal property. It really means that any number x times 0 is 0, right? 0 times x is also 0. So that means that when we are trying to multiply two numbers, which in this case are expressions, each could be 0 to provide us a solution. Is that clear to you? So now, question 1 is x plus 2 times x plus 3 equals to 0. So using this property of zero product, we could write that x plus 2 equals to 0, and we could also write that x plus 3 equals to 0. Now each one of them will give us a solution. Solution means x-intercept on the graph when plotted on xy plane. So I hope you get the complete picture, right? So here when you solve, we get x equals to minus 2, and here you get x equals to minus 3. So the 2 points which are the solution of this quadratic equation are at x equals to minus 2 and minus 3. Now you can actually plot it on a graph paper or on a graphing calculator. You will see that this is like a parabola which has x-intercepts, that means on the x-axis. There will be these 2 points which will cross, and these will be at minus 3 and minus 2. Makes sense, correct? So this is just an approximate diagram, so we'll just say that is the y-axis. You get an idea, right? So that is what we mean by the solution of an equation, right? In the playlist, you'll find many videos where you need to factor and then find the solution. But this is the first step. You are given a factored equation. This is called factors. Multiplying two things to get the something, right? Which will be a product. So I think the concept is clear. Let's move forward. We have m minus 1 times m minus 5 times m minus 1 equals to 0. So now the variable is m, right? So we can have m minus 5 equals to 0, which means m is equal to 5. And the other solution will be m minus 1 equals to 0, which means m equals to 1. And therefore, the solution can be written as m equals to 1 or 5. Makes sense, right? So on a graph, you can draw like this. The x-intercepts will be at 1 and 5, right? So I hope you understood the concept. Now let's move forward and practice some questions. So the idea here is to understand the strategy, apply it effectively to get solutions and master it. Perfect. Well, if you love that, in that case, you can, of course, send an email to me and learn more. Also, like and subscribe to our videos. Let me also thank all our viewers and subscribers who have been requesting for such beautiful topics. It matters, right? Okay, so this time we have an equation where the variable is t. So the variable could be anything, right? So in this case, when you multiply t plus 4 with 2t minus 3, you get 0. It really means that t plus 4 equals to 0 or and 2t minus 3 equals to 0, right? So to get both the solutions, let's solve for t now. So t equals to minus 4, and here you can say 2t is 3 or t is equals to 3 by 2, right? So once again, we get a solution t equals to minus 4 and 3 by 2. Makes sense, right? Simple as that. Next question. We have now 3p times 2p plus 1 equals to 0. Now that means don't ignore it, okay? 3p could also be 0, right? And here 2p plus 1 should be 0. So that really means p is 0 only, right? Only then 3 times anything will be 0. P should be 0. Perfect. Here we have 2p equals to minus 1 or p equals to minus half. So we have a solution which is p equals to minus half or 0, right? So we are writing the negative numbers or the numbers on the left first, but the order could be anyway. This is a better way of writing. I hope it is all making sense. This time a slightly more complicated question, however, based on the same concept, which is zero product property. So I hope that property is absolutely clear, right? So the product is 0 only if the terms being multiplied, any one of them is 0. Now since we are looking for a solution, possible solution will equate all to 0. Why not, right? So 2x squared equals to 0 means x squared equals to 0. Anything divided by 0 divided by anything is 0 only, right? So we can say, well, that means x is 0, right? Okay, great. The next factor here is 2x plus 7. We'll equate that to 0. So 2x equals to minus 7. X equals to minus 7 by 2. Makes sense, right? And the third one here is 3x minus 2 equals to 0. 3x equals to 2. X equals to 2 over 3. So we have number of solutions, right? 3 of them minus 7 over 2. You could write decimal equivalent, but it's not a good idea since 7 by 2 negative is the exact value, right? 0 and then 2 by 3. If you start writing 2 by 3 as a decimal value, you get recurring decimals, right? So you understand fractions are actually exact values and better way of representing the solution. Is that clear to you? So we got all the solutions for question number 5. Now question number 6, slightly more tricky. I'd like you to pause the video, answer this question, right? If you really like and subscribe to my videos, that'd be great. Also, if you have questions, feel free to post your questions. Only then we can provide you with what you need, and our channel is all about that. We only provide what you need, right? We don't have time for anything else, right? So everything here is what you need. Perfect. So here in this equation, we'll use x squared minus 9 equated to 0 and 2x minus 8 equate to 0. Now here is something interesting to learn. When I isolate x, I get x square equals to 9. What is x equals to? Of course, many of you will do square root of 9, but some of you will place plus or minus. It is very important. You have to square root and then use plus and minus. So you get an answer which is x is plus or minus 3. Makes sense? See, minus 3 square is also 9. If you don't write it, you will miss one of the solutions and makes a lot of marks. It could be absolutely wrong for some of you, right? So the next one here, 2 minus 8, 2x minus 8. So we'll take 8 to the other side and x divided by 2, right? 8 divided by 2 is 4. So we get our solution x equals to 4. So this equation again has 3 solutions, and these 3 are, we could write plus or minus 3, or if you want, write minus 3, plus 3, okay, and 4. So these are the 3 solutions of our last equation. So the whole idea here was to understand how do we utilize the zero product property and get the solution. Perfect. And I hope this strategy is absolutely clear. In the playlist to follow, you'll find one exercise just to factor, learn the factoring skills, and then to solve equations, right? So I hope it makes sense. Feel free to write your comments, share your views. If you like and subscribe to my videos, that'd be great. Thanks for your time and all the best. Here is a request from Anil Kumar. You can support your YouTube channel by contacting us on globalmathinstitute@gmail.com. Thank you and all the best.